find out from people, do research, then you come to the same conclusion. So it is better than 83 months in this comparison, because in that blessed night, if you are evaluating in the night of, this is the night of evaluation, you think and ponder, Allah is sending down the spirit, the essence of the Quranic ayahs. What is the spirit? It comes from the order of Allah's ayah, order, the spirit. And that I am speaking and you listening to the words. The spirit you are understanding is the essence. And it comes in the night of evaluation. That Allah said, Tanazzul malaika wa ruh. The angels and the spirit essence is revealed. Fiha bi izni rabbim. In that night of evaluation, by the permission of your Lord. Min kulli amar. And from all, with the permission of the Lord, from every order. Every order is being sent down in the month of Ramadan, in the night of evaluation, and the spirit is also cleared. Salam, peace, until the rise of Fajr, that is daybreak. It didn't happen till that night. From the Maghrib, the night starts until Fajr, and that is the whole night. This is the night of evaluation. In that one night it happens. But now what happens? There is another surah ayat, in Surah Al-Fajr 89, 1-4. Now this ayat, that surah I referred to, Surah 97, it ends with Fajr. It says, Salam hiya hatta matla'il Fajr. Peace until the rise of Fajr, dawn, as the dawn breaks. That is the period of time, that night, the night period. It is from Maghrib till Fajr. Now what happens? Surah Al-Fajr starts with Fajr, 1-4, and Allah says, Wal Fajr, by the Fajr, Wal Layalin Ashar, by the 10 nights, Was Shafi, Wal Watr, by the even and the odd, Wal Layli Ida Yasr, by the night when it passes by. Now in these 4 ayahs, it's explaining you that there are 10 nights, it can be even and the odd. So they say 21st, 23rd, the last 10 nights is in the month of Ramadan. I'm talking about the month of Ramadan, the last 10 nights. They say it can be even and odd. 21, 23, 25, 27, 29. Remember this. So I'm doing odd. So on the 29, why Allah says by the even and the odd? For example, I'm asking, the other is 22, 24, 26, 28 and 30, right? The months of Ramadan is 29 and 30. Okay? Now in the month of Ramadan, it comes this night comes, and it comes the last 10 nights. So how to catch, apart from the spirit and the essence is coming down, but how to know in these 10 nights, last 10 nights, and it says one night passes by. So there is one night in the 10 nights, it can be even and odd. My question to the audience is, how would you know in this month is the even or the odd? In the month of Ramadan, this night of evaluation comes. We have discussed the behavior of that, what you get out of it. But the question is, it says by the night, it can be even and odd. Means, I've again said 22, 21 is the odd. Odd number is 21. Among these 21 or 23 or 25 or 27, 29, among these nights, these odd nights, one night is there. Okay. The other is the 22, 24, 26, 28 and 30. So among this even the night is there. Okay. Now my question is, how will you distinguish that this month, in this 10 nights, it should be an odd one, and this month it should be a even one? Very good. Speak loudly. Speak loudly.
If a month is 29 days, so it will be
odd. Very good. I can't people understand simple question. Look, if the month of Ramadan is coming in 29 days, it was finished, that means it should be of odd ones. 21, 23, 25, 27, 29, 27, 29. 21, 23, 25, 27, 29. So if the month of that Ramadan, that month was of odd, so it will have to come in odd. And it was one if it's even, it have to come in even. 30. Okay, you understand now? So this is what your question was. That night of, here it explains that first of all, the conclusive result is that the Quran is revealed in the night of month of Ramadan. In the last 10 nights, because Allah describes of 10 nights, and in the 10 nights is one of the, by the even or the odd, it can be one of it. And the month that it is, whatever the month is, if it's an odd one or even month, so the night will be accordingly. So you can't fix it, it should be always, people generally believe it is 21st, they believe in the odd ones. 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th, 29th. They always believe like this. But generally it is not like that. It all depends upon how the month is going on, how the month will end. So if it is by the 30th, it will be by the 22, 24, 26 and 20th. And that is the night of evaluation. I hope you understand.
Assalamu alaikum.
Awesome.
Is there any ayah that clarifies the Taraweeh prayer?
Yes. In Surah Muzammil, there is Surah Muzammil, you can write down Surah Muzammil is 73 Surah and Ayah 20. And also write down Al-Isra 17 Surah 79 verse. So in this ayah, it says, Inna Rabbaka ya'lamu annaka taqumu adna min thuluthi al-layli wa nisfahu wa thuluthahu wa ta'ifatum min alladhina ma'ak. Wallahu yuqaddiru al-layla wa an-nahar. علم أن لن تحصوه فطاب عليكم فاقرؤوا ما تيسر من القرآن علم أن سيكون منكم مرضى وآخرون يضربون في الأرض يبتغون من فضل الله وآخرون يقاتلون في سبيل الله فاقرؤوا ما تيسر منه وأقيموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة وأقرضوا الله قرضا حسنا وما تقدموا لأنفسكم من خير تجدوه عند الله هو خيرا وأعظم أجرا واستغفر الله إن الله غفور رحيم. Your Lord knows that you stand for 2/3 of the night or half of the night or 1/3 of the night and a party of those with you, and Allah appointed night and day in a due measure. He knows that you are unable to keep its count. Then read from the Quran as much as may be easy for you. And He knows that there may be among you who are sick, others striking in the land, seeking the bounty from Allah, yet others are struggling in the way of Allah. Then read from it as much as may be easy for you, and establish regular prayer, and give justification, and give loan to Allah, beautiful loan, and whatever good you send for your souls, you will find it near Allah. That is better and greater in reward, and seek the forgiveness of Allah. Surely Allah is forgiving, merciful. Now in this whole ayah, our main emphasis would be there is one night. Allah says that you are standing. You means the Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, that you stand for 2/3 of the night, 1/3 of the night, half of the night. 2/3 of the night, half of the night, or 1/3 of the night, and a party, 1/3, and a party of people are standing with you. Okay? And Allah appointed night and day in due measure. Allah knows that you are unable to keep the count. Now the question is that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and a party standing with him, and if suppose in the past, where is their prayers where is being practiced now? Where is the practice of today that he was standing and people were standing in the night? Sorry? Yeah, nobody knows in the world. But if you know Taraweeh, in the month of Ramadan, there are special prayers because Quran is being sent down in the month of Ramadan. So in Taraweeh prayers, the Quran is recited by the Imam, and all of the people who are Hafiz al-Quran, who have preserved the Quran, the memory, they also recite continuously with the Imam. And if I am not an Hafiz in Surah, if you go to Masjid Haram, Mecca, there are people who are holding the Quran and standing behind it and viewing it. Have you noticed this before? Yes, thank you. So there are people, you can take up the Quran and look at the ayahs, what the Imam is reciting. So likewise, you are also reciting with the Imam. You can do this. That's not wrong practice. That's right. So now this is a special practice, especially ordained in the month of Ramadan, and the Imam is there and you are also standing. And the whole month you have to recite to complete the prayers. In the Arab world, in Mecca, in the sacred mosque, people after this, they recite the Quran and they call it Salatul Layl. The same prayers, four rakats, with again last 10 nights they do it. Last 10 nights they start another system of prayer. They finish the Quran 10 nights. So now what I am trying, in this ayah also there is one more point you have to know, that they says the timings. It says Allah appoint night and day in due measure, and He knows that you are unable to keep the count. Now why 2/3 of the night, or the 1/3 of the night, or 1/2 of the night? Because night varies. You know, the night can be smaller or greater according to the situation you are living in. You see, if I was talking about North Pole or South Pole, where there is no night, there is no fast there is no tarawih, nothing. But if there is a daytime, like 4 hours night, the whole 20, out of 24 hours, 20 hours is it from sunrise and sunrise daytime, and only 4 hours is night time. So it will be 1.5 hour tarawih in that small light. The rest you guys, it will be a day night. It will be day, you will be sleeping. But the night should be night time. So it says that is why it can be half of the night, or 1/4 of the night, 2/3. It all depends how big and small the nights are. And it says Allah knows that you cannot keep the count of the measure of the night. He says the time. He says further, Wallahu yuqaddiru layla wa nar alima an lan tuhsuhu fataba alaykum faqrahu ma tayassar min al-Quran. So He knows, Allah appointed night and day in due measure. He knows that you are unable to keep the count. Then read from the Quran as much as easy for you. So where the nights are short, so maybe the Imam at that period of time may be reciting small, because there is little, but you have to do the Tarawih prayers, but it can be smaller. It all depends upon the situation of the time factor. So this is the ayat referring to Tarawih. But there is another ayat, though some people say Tahajjud prayer. No, there is an ayat, Surah Al-Isra 17, which I was referring to before. It says, وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ فَتَحَجَّدْ بِهِ نَافِلَةً لَكَ عَسَىٰ أَن يَبْعَثَ رَبُّكَ مَقَامًا مَحْمُودًا. And from the night, then tahajjud, be vigilant with it, an additional for you. So it may be that your Lord will appoint you to the standing position of praise. Now this is a tahajjud prayer. The word for tahajjud is a separate prayer than tarawih. It says, وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ, from the night, فَتَحَجُّدْ بِهِ. There is a فَتَحَجَّدْ بِهِ, that this is the tahajjud which we call in Urdu. Nafilata, it is an additional prayer. So tarawih is in Surah Muzammil 20, and here is the reference of tahajjud prayers, and you have to be vigilant. So in the Masjid Haram, the sacred mosque, the azan for tahajjud prayer is given, but there is no jointly prayers for tahajjud. But for tarawih, it is a joint prayer established in the sacred mosque in the month of Ramadan. Tahajjud prayer is an additional, optional prayer that can be prayed or overlooked by. It is not ordained, it's ordained, but it's an optional prayer, additional prayer, not compulsory. So it is mentioned in the Quran also. So these are the mentioning of tahajjud and tarawih different ways. And I tell you, the Quran is being revealed in the month of Ramadan. You see, we have just read. So whoever is a witness to that month where the Quran is being revealed, whoever is witness to that month where when the Quran is being revealed, is the month of Ramadan.
In Surah Al-Baqarah, Ayah 106, it points out towards cancellation of certain verses. Will you please point out what those verses are?
Okay, actually this is in Baqarah 2 and Ayah 106. I will read you. You can write down this Al-Baqarah 2 and Ayah 106, and also write down Surah Al-Hajj. Al-Hajj Surah 22 and Ayah 52. Can you read Al-Baqarah 2, Ayah 106, and Surah Al-Hajj is 22 Surah and Ayah 52. Now the question is that according to the understanding, generally people are accepting this, that there are ayahs that are being cancelled. That people think that are ayahs, Allah cancelled the ayahs. And then they say that the previous revelations was like, for example, Dawood, the Zabur, and the Injil and the Torah. Some people say they were cancelled, now the Quran is final. You know, there are different opinions about it. Then they say, no, there are within the Quran, there are certain ayahs that are being cancelled within the Quran. So now let us see what the Quranic ayat has to explain what is being cancelled and how it is being cancelled, right? So now I will read for you Al-Baqarah 2:106. Is ma nansakh min ayatin aw nunsiya na'ti bi khairin minha aw mithliha alam ta'lam anna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir. I will read this and then I will read the other one also. Surah Al-Hajj 22 and Ayah 52. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِنْ قَبْلِكَ مِنْ رَسُولٍ وَلَا نَبِيٍّ إِلَّا إِذَا تَمَنَّى أَلْقَى الشَّيْطَانُ فِي أُمْنِيَتِهِ فَيَنْسَخُ اللَّهُ مَا يُلْقِي الشَّيْطَانُ ثُمَّ يُحْكِمُ اللَّهُ آيَاتِهِ وَاللَّهُ عَلِيمٌ حَكِيمٌ. So translation, we cancel from the ayah, verse, whatever we wills, or we make it forgotten, or we bring with a better one from it or a similar from it. Do you know that surely Allah is power capable over all things? Now I will read slowly and try to relate the Quranic ayat, Arabic text. Ma means whatever. Nansakh means we cancel. Min ayatin, from ayat. Sorry? From the ayat we cancel, whatever we cancel from the ayat. Now the question is, there is an ayat in the Quran, any ayat. So Allah says whatever is Allah cancels is from the ayat He cancels. Whatever He cancels from the ayats. Aw nunsiya, whatever He makes cause to forgotten is from the ayahs. Then He said, Nati bi khairin minha. So we bring with the better one from the ayahs. Aw misliya, or we similar from it. Now the translators are translating that we cancel the ayats. Allah says we cancel from the ayahs. Now the question is, from what Allah cancel? From the ayat what? Whatever. Man answer means whatever we cancel is from the ayahs. So the question is difficult to understand. Let us see, I will read the ayat, then we come back and again then I will read the brackets which I will explain to you how and what. So in this ayat says, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا, Surah 22 and 52. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِنْ قَبْلِكَ مِنْ رَسُولٍ وَلَا نَبِيٍّ إِلَّا إِذَا تَمَنَّى أَلْقَى الشَّيْطَانُ فِي أُمْنِيَتِهِ فَيَنْسَخُ اللَّهُ مَا يُلْقِي الشَّيْطَانُ ثُمَّ يُحْكِمُ اللَّهُ آيَاتِهِ وَاللَّهُ عَلِيمٌ حَكِيمٌ. And we have not sent from before you a messenger nor a prophet except what he desire. Whatever the messenger desire, shaitan encounters in his desire. So Allah cancels what shaitan encounters, and then Allah governs his ayahs. Allah is knowing wise. So whatever the ayahs that Allah revealed, when the messenger was reciting or when he was delivering the message, the shaitan encountered in the ayahs. The shaitan. So Allah says, فَيَنْسَخُ اللَّهُ مَا يُلْقِي الشَّيْطَانِ. So Allah cancels what shaitan puts in. Whatever the shaitan puts in the desire of the messenger or the prophet. So Allah says, ثُمَّ يُحْكِمُ اللَّهُ آيَاتِ. Then Allah governs his ayahs. So normally Allah says in the ayat that the shaitan is always putting in the desire of the messenger, the prophet. When he can put in the desire of the messenger, the prophet in his ayahs, so Allah cancels that desires. Whatever the shaitan puts in. So Allah does not cancel the ayat, but He cancels from the ayat the whatever the shaitan puts in. So now if I read the previous ayat and I put this understanding, you will understand. Ma nansakh min ayatin aw nunsiha. We can listen to me. We cancel from the ayah. We cancel from the ayah whatever the shaitan throws in the desire of the messenger. Whatever the shaitan throws in the desire of the messenger, Allah cancels. So Allah says, we cancel from the ayat whatever the shaitan throws in the desire of the messenger. Or we make it forgotten, the shaitan that throws in the desire of the messenger. Or we come bring with a better from it or similar from it, that is from an ayah sign verse to cancel whatever the shaitan throws in the desire of the messenger. Do you know that surely Allah is power capable of all things? To give you an example, right now you heard a lecture on the ayahs of Psalm. If anybody in the audience had any concept which was not relating to the ayahs of today which I recited, so that concept is thrown by the devil. So when the ayahs came forward, to Allah cancelled that shaitan's desire by the ayahs, from the ayahs. So when the ayahs are recited, so any concept that we have, so what I was trying to say is, whatever you listen to a talk of the Quranic ayahs, so before listening to any ayahs, if you had a concept and which is not from Allah or from the ayahs, so that concept is the throwing of the Satan in the ayahs. When the ayahs are clarified, so Allah cancels from the ayah that concept, whatever the shaitan throws. Whatever the shaitan throws, Allah cancels from the ayahs. Whatever the shaitan throws into the visual desires of the messenger or the prophet or anybody as such. Anybody today, if giving explanation of the ayahs and it's not coming from Allah, so Allah will cancel always from the ayahs. He will make it forgotten from the ayahs. So previous concepts or the shaitan's throwing is always been forgotten from the ayahs, the cancellation from the ayahs, forgotten from the ayahs, and Allah brings new ayahs. There are many ayahs verses that clarifies that. So this is how the concept is not, Allah never cancels ayahs.
Jazakallah, Brother Sheikh. Ladies and gentlemen, now we will end our lecture. Thank you very much and Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.